See students, in last class we see some important results which are for integers a, b, c and d. We have a divides 0, 1 divides a and a divides a, which means a divides 0. Any integer a divides 0 and 1 divides any integer a and a divides a and so on. This. Now we are going to prove these statements. Okay. Already there is some statements. We observe this in next class. That means after proving these all important results. Okay. First we see the first one. 1 divides every integer. Means 1 divides a. Already we stated just now. Okay. 1 divides every integer. By definition of divisibility, a is equal to bc. A is equal to bc means this b divides a. If a is equal to b into some integer, then we say b, this b divides a. Now we written a as 1 into a. Compare this with the definition of divisibility. Here b divides a. From this equation we say 1 divides a, which is the required result. Next, see the second one. Every non-zero integer divides itself. Let a is non-zero integer. We are going to prove that a divides a. Now we have, see the definition. A is equal to bc means b divides a. Now a can be written as a is equal to a into some integer a, 1. A into some integer 1. By definition, here b divides a, here a divides a. By definition, we have a divides a. Now see the next one. If a divides b and b divides c, then a divides c. Then a divides c. So here we take if part and show that then part. See here, if a divides b and b divides c, that means in this proof we take a divides b and b divides c. We are going to prove a divides c. Okay. What is the definition? The definition is, definition of divisibility, a is equal to bc means this b divides a. Here b divides a means a can be written as b into some integer. Right? Now here a divides b. First you let a divides b, which means this b is equal to a into some integer k. A into some integer k. Similarly, b divides c. B divides c means, here small b ma. B divides c means c is equal to this, c is equal to b into some integer k dash. Here you observe k dash are some integers. Already we mentioned a, b, c are integers. Now our aim is to prove that a divides c. A divides c means, here you observe that definition. B divides c means a is equal to b into some integer. We are going to show that a divides c, which means we can write as c is equal to a into some integer. Start with c. Now c is equal to, already we note here, bk dash, which implies c is equal to, in place of b we have ak, substitute here, c is equal to bk dash from this one, second one, and from first one b is ak, substitute here, c is equal to bk dash, which implies c is equal to b means ak k dash. Already we mentioned k and k dash are integers, so k into k dash is also integer. Now it means c is equal to a into kk dash, c into kk dash. Okay, c into kk dash. Here c a kk dash is another integer, c is equal to a into some integer, which means a divides c. Okay, c is equal to a into some integer, which means a divides c. Is the required result. We see the another result. If a divides b and a divides c, then a divides bm plus cn. What does it means? A divides b and a divides c means a divides both b and c. That is the given part. If part means given part. Okay, a divides b and a divides c. Here a divides both b and c. Then we are going to show that a divides bm plus cn. Bm plus cn is nothing but linear combination of b and c. Here mn are integers, no doubt. Okay, you let a divides b and a divides c, then prove that a divides bm plus cn means linear combination of b and c. Okay, let this one, if a divides b, like this, a divides b means we have this equation. Similarly, a divides c. Okay, you by definition you write it. So see the definition once. By definition of divisibility, b divides a means a is equal, this a is equal to b into some integer. Here we have given a divides b, first one. A divides b means b is equal to a into some integer k. No doubt k is an integer. Already we have given another statement, a divides c, which means this c is equal to a into some integer, another integer k dash. No doubt k and k dash are integers. Okay ma? You let, then our aim is to prove a divides bm plus cn. What is it? Divides bm plus cn. You observe here, b divides a means a is equal to this b into some integer. Our aim is a divides this means we are going to show that bm plus cn is equal to a into some integer. For that purpose you let this one, bm plus cn. Now let bm plus cn. Already we have b is equal to ak from first equation. Substitute b, ak into m as it is, plus cn. In second equation, c is ak dash, substitute here, into n is as it is. Now this value LHS is equal to, common a here, a into km plus k dash n. We know that k and k dash are integers, m and n also integer. So this sum is another integer. Now we have bm plus cn is equal to a into some integer. By definition, this a divides the LHS value, means a divides bm plus cn. That means a divides linear combination of BC. Okay ma? Once you see the statement, if a divides b, a divides c. A divides b and c, both b and c, then a divides linear combination of b and c, bm plus c. A divides bm plus c. Suppose we take the values for m and n, what we get? Suppose you take m is equal to 1, n is equal to 1. Then what we get? You see here. Then suppose we take m is equal to 1, n is equal to 1. What we get here? A divides b into 1 plus c into 1 means a divides b plus c. One linear combination. Suppose we get, or we give the values for m and n. Mn are integers. You may give values mn 1, 2, 3, minus 1, minus 2 as you wish. We get different linear combinations. So many combinations of bm plus cn. That means bm plus cn, so many combinations of b and c. Linear combinations అంటామమ్మ. mn's మీరు values ఇస్తూ వెళ్ళారంటే we get different linear combinations. For example, suppose we take m is equal to 1, n is equal to 1. What you get? A divides b plus c. When if a divides b and a divides c, a, b, c రెండింటిని డివైడ్ చేస్తుంటే a divides b plus c అవుతుంది. m is equal to 1, n is equal to 1. Now we observe it. Suppose we take m is equal to 1, n is equal to minus 1 అనుకోండి. What we get? bm plus cn is b minus c. A divides b minus c. And mn's values, suppose you give mn values, integers 1, 2, 3 and so on, you get different combinations. Now we observe, if a divides b, a divides c, and a నే ఉండాలి రెండిట్లో. Denominator, here the divisor is a. A divides b, a divides c, then a divides b plus c. When m is equal to 1, n is equal to minus 1, a divides b minus c, we are going to observe these two. If m is equal to 1, n is equal to 1, then 1 implies a divides b plus c. If m is equal to 1, n is equal to minus 1, then a divides b minus c. See the example of first one, a divides b. We have given a divides b. Let a is 3, b is equal to 9. A divides b, right? And a divides c, c is 12. That implies a divides, 3 divides b plus c కావాలి, 9 plus 12, 21. Is it right or wrong? Yes, it is right. Kabatti, if A divides B and A divides C, then A divides B plus C is right. Example of this one. Similarly, you observe this one. M is equal to 1, N is equal to minus 1, then A divides B minus C. Same example. A divides B, same. A divides C, same. A divides B minus C. 9 minus 12. What is 9 minus 12? Minus 3. We know that 3 divides minus 3. So, what is our conclusion? What is our conclusion here? If A divides B and A divides C, then A divides any linear combination of BC. That means A divides Bm plus Cn. You may give Mn any values for any integer values. Okay. Now we see the next statement. If A divides B and B divides A, then A is equal to plus or minus B. You observe here two cases arise. A divides B and B divides A. Then A divides plus or minus B. In which case we get plus B and which case we get minus B. Suppose A, B are two natural numbers, and if A divides B, B divides A, natural number means only positive integers, then A is equal to plus B only. That is A is equal to B. Here you let A is 5 and B is 5. 5 divides 5. Next B divides A means reverse. 5 divides 5. That's it. Only positive integers. Suppose these are any other integers and AB belongs to Z. Suppose AB belongs to Z. AB may be positive or negative. I am taking A is equal to 5 and B is equal to minus 5. Then observe A divides B means 5 divides minus 5 and B is minus 5. B divides A means minus 5 divides 5. Now you observe A is equal to minus B because 5 and minus 5 are there. 5, A is equal to minus of minus 5 is plus B. So you observe now, if A, B are only positive integers and A divides B, B divides A, then A is equal to B. If A, B are any integers, positive or negative integers, then A is equal to plus or minus B. So always A is equal to plus or minus B except AB belongs to natural numbers. If AB natural numbers, compulsory A is equal to plus B, that's it. Plus B mention cheyamanu, A is equal to B. For any integers, A is equal to plus or minus B. If AB are positive integers, then A is equal to B, that's it. Okay. Next, see the another one, another problem. Show that 0 divides only 0. 0 divides only 0. And 0 divides 0. By the definition of divisibility, we have A is equal to BQ means this B divides A. This B divides A. Suppose we take A is equal to 0, B is equal to 0, then equation 1 implies 0 is equal to 0 into some integer. Means LHS 0, RHS 0. So it's satisfied. Now compare this equation with the definition of this one. 0 is equal to 0 Q. Here you observe A is equal to BQ. A is equal to BQ, you observe. This means this RHS B into some value is there, B into integer. This B divides A. Compare this with this equation. This 0 divides this 0. So by this equation, by definition from this equation, we conclude 0 divides this 0. In other words, 0 is multiple of 0. 0 is multiple of 0. Next you see, if 0 divides any integer, non-zero integer, see the statement once more. 0 divides only 0. What does it means? 0 divides 0, but 0 does not divide any other integer. 0 does not divide any other integer. Okay ma? So first part ga we show that this is the first part. We are going to show that 0 divides 0. Then 0, second part, 0 does not divide any other integer. Both gives 0 divides only 0. Okay ma? So first part already we have finished. 0 divides 0. 0 divides 0. Now second part we are going to show that 0 does not divide any other integer. If possible, you let 0 divides integer x. Then by definition we write, definition x is not equal to 0. Suppose we write x is equal to 0 into q. This means, and by definition we assume 0 divides x. 0 divides x means by definition x is equal to 0 into some integer. This gives x is equal to 0 into q means 0. 0 is, so x is equal to 0. But we take 0 is non-zero integer, so this is wrong. This contradiction. So our assumption is wrong. 0 divides x అనేది wrong అన్నమాట. Okay? 0 does not divides any integer a. So compare. Now you observe these two. 0 divides 0. 0 does not divide any other integer. Means 0 divides only 0. Suppose we ask the question, show that 0 divides only 0. 0 divides only 0. We show these two statements. What is that? 0 divides 0. 0 does not divide any integer. రెండింటిని క్లబ్ చేస్తే 0 divides only 0. Separately ఈ క్వశ్చన్ అడగచ్చమ్మా. Show that 0 does not divide any other integer. You write this one only. Okay? See the next problem or statement. Show that every integer divides 0. Every integer divides 0. Don't confuse ma. 0 divides only 0 means 0 divides 0. 0 does not divide x. X means any other integer. 0 divides only 0. 0 divides 0. 0 does not divide any integer. See the next one. Every integer divides 0. And 0 by 2. What is 0 by 2? 0. 0 by 3? 0. 0 by 4? 0. Okay? That means any integer divides 0. But 0 does not divide any integer. 0 does not divide any integer. Okay? 0 does not divide any integer. 0 does not divide any integer, but every integer divides 0. See here, by definition, a is equal to bc means b divides c. So let a is equal to 0 and b is any other integers, 3. Then from 1, here 0 is equal to 3c means 3 divides 0. You put in place of 3 any integer a. Okay, this means 3 divides 0. 3 place లో ఏ పెట్టుకోవాలైనా చేయొచ్చు. Okay, 3 divides 0. So 0 divides 0. 0 does not divide any other integer. From these two we get 0 divides only 0. But 0 does not divide a, but a divides 0. Okay, every integer divides 0. Next we see the theorem. Theorem. If c is equal to ax plus by and d divides a, but d does not divide c, then d does not divide b. Okay, ma. We will see the proof in the next class.